always feel like a reality star where everything is being cut just to make me look bad. And then you won't have these issues.
You just can't be dumb is all. You stepped in here. Listen, big dog. Here is the disconnect. Here is the disconnect with what you're speaking on, okay?
Because if you're not in a relationship with them, how could you really have a real issue with them? Who picks this stuff?
Where is your angle? What is your point? What are you trying to get at here?
So don't nobody get in here and get to talking and attacking me. You know what I mean? Because you done misinterpreted did something that I done said.
You just can't be my family member to just talk about you need to leave him. Now, when I was younger, I have, spilled the beans. I was a snitch.
Here's the problem, big dog. That's where we're having this, what are you talking about type of moment.
Then I'm not going to be in this situation. My thing is, how long ago was that?
It's just a shocker. It's a shocker to me that I'm not a problem. You feel me? Coming from the family that I came from. So
they don't have common sense.
It's a lot of people out here tricking. Well, quit playing. Stop playing with us now.
Right.
You feel me?
Like, you better stop.
I know, no.
You gotta have respect. If you don't have respect, it's not gonna work. It's like gangster.
Listen. My family is extra, okay? My family is definitely random. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. You know what I mean? That's their relationship. Mind your business.
Yeah.
But it's still gonna be the problem. It was a problem whether she won or lost. You know what I mean? Look.
I know one thing. He better not hit my sister first.
Listen. What is you talking about? Block her. What is you talking about? Block her.
All right.
Every time, huh? They get you every time. Okay. All right. So welcome to another episode of Newly Melodic Mindset Podcast. You feel me? Thank everybody for joining us. You know what I mean? Hope everybody having a blessed day. You know what I mean? Mom, how you doing today?
I am well. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. You know what I mean? Another one like the other one is what I always say. Okay. So, you feel me? Today, you know what I mean? Our topic. Yeah. Okay. You got them going over there. Okay, so today's episode, you know what I mean, is going to be about leaving the streets behind or leaving the streets mindset. You know what I'm saying? So what's it, you know what I mean? And going through or whatever, or what's it like, you know what I mean, being somebody or whatever, or being from somebody that was from the streets and stuff like that, and now is definitely trying to leave that behind and open up a whole new chapter of their life. You know what I mean? Type of deal. So, Mom, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and let the people know what's going on and where you're coming from and what you got going on.
All right. So I am Ani Mitchell, licensed marriage and family therapist, currently practicing in Lodi, California. I am able to provide services to people throughout California via telehealth.
And of course, I'm your boy Philly Black 209 to make the distinction. You know what I mean? Check out my YouTube page at Philly Black 209, all one word. You know what I mean? Check out my Instagram, Philly Black 209, Facebook, all of that good stuff. Got a website, phillyblack.info. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see who I work with and stuff like that, who, you know what I mean, who's produced my music and everything, go over there and check that out. You know what I mean? If you want to get something on the real website, talk to me, let me know. We can work something out. Now, you know what I mean? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get ready to jump into the nitty gritty. You wanna, you know what I mean, Mom? You wanna do it? You wanna introduce a man? You wanna, you know what I mean? You wanna get it kicked off?
So without further ado, we have a special guest today. His name is Robert Ford, and he is going to discuss leaving the street mindset.
Yeah.
All right.
How you guys doing?
We're good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I'm blessed.
Okay, so you looking like you on the move.
I apologize for that, but in recovery, things happen for you. That's a blessing. So I'm on my way to a blessing. So just
All right.
I'm happy to be.
Perfectly said.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So now our topic today is leaving the street mindset. So I am assuming that you have become a recent expert of this. You have a new mindset.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So, as far when it comes to therapy, we always dig around in the past a little bit just to so we can understand where you're coming from, learn you a little bit. So, if you don't mind, can you tell us like briefly about your childhood?
Well, I grew up in the Bay Area. I grew up in Oakland, to be exact, East Oakland. We lived all over East Oakland. At one point, we moved over to Cherry Street, 98 from Cherry. That's where I really grew up and seen a lot of different things, and was intrigued by what I saw. All the guys that I grew up with was either selling dope or pimping, and or just gang banging. At the time when we was out there in Oakland, it wasn't colors that was banging. We were banging our blocks. If you were from 6'9" or you were from a 9'8", you know what I'm saying, you couldn't go over there, you know what I'm saying? And if you did, it was consequences. So, with that being said, it was like turf wars, you know what I mean, growing up. And that piqued my interest.
Okay. So now in Oakland, did you grow up in a 2-parent household, or what was the dynamics of your household?
Well, I do remember as a young man having both of my parents at one point. But then I remember when my mother and father, when they split it up, you know what I mean? And it was heavy on me at a young age. I didn't realize it till as I got older how heavy it was on me when I see my dad and mom split up, because it was kind of violent. So for the longest, my mama raised us by herself. She had 5 kids in the house, you know what I'm saying, and raised us by herself for the most part, with no education, on welfare, food stamps, and all that.
Type of deal. So, quick question. So, growing up and everything, you know what I mean? Was you like, what was you claiming? Like, what was your mindset at? What gang was you in? Did you join the gang, or was you just around gang members?
Nah, I never joined the gang. I just represented my block where I was at, and that was Cherry Street Mob. And later on in life, I ended up getting involved with when I moved to Sacramento as I got older. I think it was like the 9th grade, 10th grade. I moved to Sacramento. Probably younger than that, matter of fact. When I moved to Sacramento, I got involved with an organization called G Parkway Mob. Me and a couple of guys, we came together because we didn't want to be, all of us was from the Bay. We didn't want to be a part of Crips and Bloods in Sacramento. And we wanted to start our own little thing, and we started G Parkway Mob. Excuse me for a minute. Let me plug this. Okay. And we started.
Okay, I used to hear that when I first came to California. Because I'm from Flint, Michigan, of course. But when I first came from California or whatever, I remember, you know what I mean, a lot of people in my school, in my high school or whatever, was out there yelling, talking about G Parkway Mob, G Parkway Mob. I remember hearing them saying that a lot growing up back in Sacramento.
Right. It was a little thing that we had. Like I said, it was a neighborhood thing. It wasn't really a gang. It turned into a gang later on when younger dudes started getting involved with it. But it was just because we didn't want to be part of what was going on in Sacramento at the time. It was a lot of Crips and Bloods out this way, and we didn't recognize and understand that. Right. So we wanted to be part of that.
Type of deal. I heard that.
So would you say that, being involved with the G Parkway Mob, is that what had you turned to the streets, or had you already turned to the streets?
I had already been in the
beforehand.
streets, you know what I'm saying? And at a young age, like I told you, when I lived in Oakland, I was already like pretty much active in the streets. I seen everything there was possibility to see in the streets. Like I said, people getting shot. I seen guns. I seen people ditch guns in bushes, and I went right behind them and grabbed them. Um, I seen people bagging up dope in my house. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, to take all that, what I seen and what I was listening to, and what I was had privilege to see, I took all that knowledge that I had and I brought it to when I came to Sacramento. I ended up using that when I got to Sacramento because Sacramento wasn't really doing it like how we was doing it in Oakland. And what came with that was a lot of dudes that moved from Oakland or the Bay period, all over the Bay. We all was in one little area, which was G Parkway. And from that point on, it created something else.
Type of deal. So you were pretty much, so you would say your hustle, whatever what was going on then, you feel me, is you was a dealer pretty much. You made your money from dealing in the streets with your gang, with your crew.
Right. That's what we did. We sold drugs and we did whatever we had to do to survive. Like I said, so growing up in the Bay, most of all our parents, my friends' parents, we was all, victims of our parents using drugs, heroin, crack cocaine. Before crack, it was heroin. That was the thing that everybody was doing. Adults slamming it in their veins, and from there, my mother started using crack. I can only speak for my household. She started using crack. So we had a bad situation, in our household. So at a young age, I start moving, doing what I can to, excuse me, let me plug this up. I'm trying to plug up my charger. Hold on. There we go. So I had to do what I can to, to make things meet for me and my brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? Because we, I'm going to school, I'm watching dudes wear, the latest fashion, and I don't have it. And I just got tired of it, man. And my brothers, man, we just, me and my brother, it was, I just put the problem on my back and took it on and start providing for them, and as well as myself.
Were you the oldest of the 5 in the house?
I'm the third oldest. I have an older brother who rests in peace right now, Carlos. He dead. I have an older sister, and then it's me. Right now, I'm the oldest of my whole family, on my mother's side and my father's side. My father had other kids too, but I'm the oldest out of everybody right now. Oldest boy, should I say?
Okay.
So tell me this. So I'm guessing, everything was going good for you, you know what I mean? Because once, people get into that type of lifestyle, a majority of the time, you feel me, you really, get high off the success of it, you know what I mean, so early on. You know what I mean? Like, so it can start to make you want, you know what I mean, want to go in it deeper and deeper. So my question to you is, you know what I mean, what you doing everything, when did you start getting in trouble with the law? Like, what was your first run into with the law? Like, you know what I mean? How did all of that come about?
Well, my first run in with the law, it wasn't with drugs. I was pretty fortunate not to get caught at a young age selling drugs. But what I did, my first time I ever went to jail was in 90. And that was for assault. I was very violent back then because that's what I knew. That's what I seen growing up was violence all in my neighborhood. Everywhere I went, it was violence. In my home, it was violence. So I thought issues should be resolved that way, especially if I was disrespected or felt like I wasn't treated the way I wanted to be treated. Then I felt like I was going to make that happen one way or another. So violence was my first thing. And really, I only been arrested one time in my life for drugs. So I was all my arrests in violence. I started in 90, got arrested in 90, assault with a deadly weapon. First time ever, I went to county jail for 9 months. Came out of that. Later on down the line, like I said, it was in 90, 94, got arrested again. 96, I got arrested again. 2000, I didn't get arrested again until 2001 or 2002. And that was for the drug charge.
Okay. So in 90, about how old were you?
I was 18.
Okay. So you made it to 18 without getting arrested. But then the violence, was that like Was it your crew related? Because you said it wasn't a gang, but was it related to being in the crew or?
Nah, what it was really, it was personal. It was personal things that was going on around in my household. Things that it was domestic violence. You know, I was like I said, any type of issues where I felt disrespected in any type of way, I always resorted to violence, whether it be man, woman, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be treated and demanded certain ways to be treated, and I went about it, a violent way.
So is it safe to say? That you chose violence in order to get control?
Exactly. That's the way my mindset was.
Right. Yeah, I can understand that, because 9 times out of 10, you know what I mean, violence is, you know what I mean, what gets, you know what I mean, other people or whatever, or gets a majority thing to fall in suit. You know what I mean? If you don't have no problem with putting violence out there, then you know what I'm saying. Trust me, you can get a lot of people to listen. You know what I mean?
Right. So we think. You know, that don't work with us females.
Yeah, but no. I mean, it goes both ways. You know what I mean? It's only going to get you so far. Violence is only going to get you so far. I mean, and then at the same time, you know, he's got to be blessed and lucky. You know what I mean? That none of that violence came back, because people hold grudges and stuff like that. And when violence, people want payback. You get what I'm saying? So violence, usually with violence comes violence. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, and that's true, man. So, you know, I feel like whatever you dish out, you should be able to accept. You know, yeah. I was always ready for that, and you know, and that's what came with my life, man. So that's true.
Yeah.
You know, that's true what you said. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But unfortunately, that's the way I chose to live my life. Now, hindsight, is that the way I want to live now? Of course not. You know what I mean? Of course not.
Right.
You know, I'm totally against violence. I'm totally, especially putting my hands on a woman. That's just something I just cannot do and don't condone. You know what I mean?
So tell me this. So with the success, you know what I mean, that you had and everything during your run, you know what I mean, with the success that you had during your run, do you see anything or whatever at this moment or whatever that will pull you back to that? Is it, you know what I mean? Do you think you would be able to go straight forward or whatever, or not make that mistake to go back since it was going so good for you? Can't hear him.
We lost the sound.
Can't hear you.
I don't know what happened to the podcast. If you can hear me, man, maybe let me know what's going on.
We can hear you now.
Call me back and I can tap back in.
You in?
Oh, he don't know still. You gotta get him back, Mom. You gotta get him back.
Okay.
Okay, with that too, you feel me? I can figure out how to reword my question, but we'll go to the commercial first, and then when you know what I mean, we'll come back.
Okay.
Philly black, nigga. For all work, no play shit. Highside Nation, nigga.
Hey, look.
Black time.
Hey, if I do it once, they ain't gonna let me stop doing it.
Look. I'm trying to change my life, and it starts right now. Gotta get up and get it, working day in and day out. See, I started this rap shit, I figured it out. You could say I'm trash, at least you're still hearing me out. I ain't never been a bitch, and I'm never a rat. I don't fuck with pussy niggas, I don't like Thundercats. Had to stop drinking so much, cause I was a mess. My lady said she was pregnant, I said say less. Had to get my grown man on, Philly black hands on. 2 kids, you say I'm a bad parent, you dead wrong. 2 things I stand on, my word in the bar. You break it, it's only natural, I wish you was gone. How I feel, ask my son what's his favorite song. His answer tell you how I deal with the shit people own. Had to tell my own blood to stop calling my phone and let that person tell it they so was the one that was torn. Years back I would've believed it, today I'm reborn. Waiting for shit to die down, I can't wait anymore. Come to think about it, can't remember waiting before. And I can't remember one thing I needed you for. So I'ma worry about my life, you worry about yours. My grass gon' straight green cause it's watered, of course. See, even when I was with, I had nothing alone. Can't believe I was this close to living in a foster home. Yeah, I let bygones be bygones, sure. And I know it's been a while, but my heart's still sore. I done had the one-on-one scrap in my mind, thoughts beat down. Been fighting myself for a week now. I speak out, it's getting harder to speak now. I chose the road that I trod and I still feel street bound. Ready to use my hands, but I need heat now. Been going so hard, I'm starting to feel tweaked out. Hard for a minute, I'm sorry, can't take a day off. I've been in the lab, I'm working until it pay off. Still at the bottom, but getting ready to take off. Y'all gotta be willing, cause I'm willing to take off. I've been going hard for a minute, I'm sorry, can't take a day off. I've been in the lab, I'm working until it pay off. Still at the bottom, but getting ready to take off. Y'all gotta be willing, cause I'm willing to take off. Hard for a minute, I'm sorry, can't take a day off. I be in the lab, I'm working until it pay off. Still at the bottom, but getting ready to take off. Y'all gotta be willing, cause I'm willing to take off.
Guess we back.
All
We
right.
back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. But you know, like I told you, right? Recovery is about, for me, can I just say this real quick off what we was topic? Off topic. Yeah. I just feel like right now I'm living my best life right now. You know what I'm saying? God has blessed me so much. I was facing 3 strikes, and we could get to that later, right? But I just wanted to give you an update. I'm facing 3 strikes right now, and I'm at a car lot about to purchase me a Mercedes-Benz. You know, I never had a Benz in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to purchase cash out. You know what I mean? That's how God is good for me. But I could never have reached this and seen this legitimately, you know what I'm saying, if I didn't have God in my life. So I put him first, you know what I'm saying? And he's the reason why I'm able to talk to you guys right now. And my mind has changed to a different level. I just thought it'd be a great thing to see that a brother like me at 52 years old still can start over and build his life up again from the bottom. But
it's never too late.
But this time the foundation is built on a solid recovery with the foundation built on top of that of Christ. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it without him, and I'm just going to give it up like that to y'all. As far as like my criminal lifestyle, it's behind me. It's in the past. I'm no longer a part of that life no more. And I thank God that he allowed me to survive and be able to talk to you guys about it, because right now my thing is reach one, teach one. And I'm trying to get to the youth, you know what I'm saying? Because the youth is the future of our world. If we don't get them started in the right direction, well, we don't have nothing to look forward to. And I'm talking about the inner city youth. You know what I'm saying? Where I grew up at, the roots where I come from, you know, I come from the slums and I come from concrete, the gutter, you know what I'm saying? And I made some of myself, and I'm proud. I don't have too much, but I'm not living there no more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get other people with the same mind frame I got to leave that alone and give them hope. You know what I'm saying? That there's another way to go about things. What intrigued me, what caught my eye, is the same thing that's catching their eyes today. But no one came to me and told me there was another way about life. No one came to me and mentored me about things that I should be doing better. But I'm doing that today. I'm going to make a difference today in my community, first in my home, then in my community. And hopefully across the world, we can get this thing global, you know?
Absolutely.
So it's actually good that you said that and you was right there where you was at. Because the next question, you know what I mean, is how did, you know what I mean, your lifestyle or whatever affect your relationships and everything? Like, you know what I'm saying? How did having that lifestyle affect your relationship?
Man, with my children, it was really strenuous, because I used to try to think that I was a good dad because anything they wanted, I provided for them. So I felt good about that. I felt good. They called, Daddy, I need shoes. Okay, boom. Daddy, I need school clothes. Boom. Christmas, boom. Birthdays, boom. You know, it wasn't never a problem. So I thought I was a good father. You know what I'm saying? I thought in my mind I'm a good dad. Come to find out later, that was not the case. My kids could care less about that stuff. I mean, that was cool. It was good. I was provided for them, but they rather had the time. You know, they wanted the time. They wanted to spend time with their father. They wanted to spend some genuine time, and I didn't have it. I was ripping and running streets in and out of town. you know, it was just I was living a mess, man. It was a mess. You know what I'm saying? Now that I look back on everything, you know, I had fun times. Don't get it twisted, but compared to what it came with, you know, time, neglecting my children, my responsibility, the relationships that I forged that came to be nothing or hurt the people that was there in my corner, it wasn't worth it.
So how's your relationship with them now?
It's great. It's great. Man, I wish I could show you some text messages that they have sent me since I've been in recovery, since I've been home. They're just so proud of their father right now. Now it brings tears to my eyes to think about how proud my children are of me. You know, now, you know, it's words can't describe how grateful I am to have them still be able to call me dad. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny how that changed, huh?
Yeah. It's just funny. It's just funny because I mean, one thing, my kids never disrespected me. They never talked down on me. They never, even when I let them down so many times going into penitentiary, they have to hear me from a phone, call and collect, or they had to write a letter to me or get letters from me. They never disrespected me at all, but they let me know that they was disappointed though. You know what I mean? And they let me know that I have potential to be better than that. And that gave me motivation to want to change as well. But I had wanted to change on my own ultimately. If I didn't do it for myself, it would never last. So I'm going to do it for me first. And then after that, people can see it and want to love and embrace it. I'm right here, you know, and I would love that. But I had to start with me.
Okay.
I had wanted to do it for myself first.
So it sounds like, well, it really sounds like you didn't ever have a problem with relationships with your kids. They always loved and respected you, but were you able to repair other relationships that you kind of, you know, ruined with the hustler mentality or lifestyle?
Well, yeah, of course. I had like many, you know, people in my life who, like I said, who loved me, who was in my corner, and I just let them down tremendously. For instance, Ayana, you know, Ayana Ford, you know what I'm saying? She's been in my corner like through the thick and thin. And I know for a fact that the things that I sent her through was tremendous. It was just overwhelming for her. But yeah, she stayed in my corner. And again, she was another one who never disrespected me in no type of way, but she let me know that I'm better than that and I deserve better than that. And right after this day, I'm with her right now to this day. Me and her is just like, we like, even though we're not married like we were, but we are best of friends. And we, and she's right here right now. She's taking me to go pick up my vehicle right now. She's just
all
like,
right. Shout out to Ayana.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out to Ayana.
Yeah, shout out to her. You know, she's tremendous. You know, she camera shy though, but it's all good.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do her anyway. There she goes. But anyway, she's been like, you know, without her, I wouldn't be standing here right now. You know, I got to give her that much credit. As far as my brother, my mother, yeah, me and my mother, our relationship is so strong. It's never been as strong as it's been today. Like I told you, my mother was a crackhead. She was a heroin addict. But now she has over 30 years clean. You know, she don't smoke weed. She don't do drinking. She don't smoke cigarettes. She don't do any form of drugs. She's a godly woman. She's a Christian lady. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, she's the strongest person I know. You know what I'm saying? Including, I mean, in this world that I know, I don't know anyone in the flesh is stronger than my mom. You know, for her to pull that off. And at the time when she was raising us alone by herself, she was uneducated, but I forgot to put in the fact that she did go back to school at night. My mother went to school at night, got a high school diploma, not a GED, but a high school diploma. Went to college, became a head secretary at the Naval, Alameda Naval Base. We was in the paper with her. They gave her awards for the job she did at the Naval Base. But drugs is real. Addiction is real, and it doesn't discriminate on who. It doesn't discriminate on who you are. It don't care who you are. It's gonna come in and do what it's supposed to do. So,
that sounds like somebody we would want to try to, you know what I mean, man. That sounds like somebody we would want to talk to. We need people like that. You know what I mean? We need people like that to talk to for real.
And she got something to say.
I know.
She got something to say. I know you do.
She had plenty to say.
Right. And see, and I don't know if we could expose it, but see, me and Ani, we go way back too. So Ani, all the things I'm telling you is verifiable through this woman. She seen me go through a lot of things, and she witnessed a lot of things I'm talking about. So it ain't nothing that I'm fabricating. I'm really leaving a lot of stuff out because I don't want to glorify some of the things that I've been through because it make people think that that's something to do. I'm trying to deflate that type of situations and that type of things because I want to glorify what happens when you change. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I'm in a car lot right now for the buy Benz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cash. You know what I'm saying? That just don't happen to, a lot of people who doing things legitimate. I own a home, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage. You know what I'm saying? I own that. You know what I'm saying? And that came with recovery. It didn't come with drug money and anything I had with drug money, I don't have no more. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? That nothing I had accumulated selling drugs, I don't have. Period.
And that's something that a lot of people in the youth, you feel me, fail to understand. Like you can do so good, you know what I mean? Because it seems so good at the moment. But once you get caught in everything you got, even stuff that you had that didn't come from drugs, but they're going to take it. They're going to take it from you. You're going to have to start from zero. You know what I mean? And they do not understand that. They see the cars, they see the jewelry, they see this, they see the women, they see all of this.
Yeah.
All of that is going to be gone as soon as they get you, it's gone.
Yeah.
As soon as you're arrested, matter of fact, they've been plotting on it. It ain't just the police that's gonna take it. It's people out next to you that's plotting on you. You know what I'm saying? Your friends that you think is your friends is really waiting for you to fall. They really whisper behind your back with the girl trying to plot to get you out the way, any type of way. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that too. You know what I'm saying? Where I had people trying to, get me out the way. And
I was just talking to one of my homies the other day or whatever. You know what I mean? I would rather, you know what I'm saying? I would rather do it the right way. You know what I mean? And struggle to a certain extent. You feel me? But I'm still peaceful. Man. You feel me? Now I don't want to struggle. I don't want to struggle and have the cops looking for me, have my ops looking for me, have relatives of people of stuff that I did. I don't need to be looking over that is not comfortable. And you can never be completely in serenity if you always got to look over your shoulder. Let alone you can't focus on what you need to be doing the right way if you got that type of stuff lingering over your head.
Man.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
Brother, you said a mouthful. You said peace. I never had peace when I sold drugs. I never had.
It's hard.
I never had that. And I don't care how much money I had. I don't care how far I moved away. I never had peace when I sold drugs. Now I have that. I have peace. I have.
Now, I don't know.
I have joy.
Now, I don't know exactly, you know what I mean, of course, we know that, you know what I mean, we're both grown men here, but I don't know exactly, you know what I mean, what you've gone through or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying, but I can say, you know what I mean, in the process, it felt good at what you was doing, but to be able to have that peace, what we speak of, that peace, like, it's different, like, it feels and hit so much different. Man. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, it feels like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? When you don't have to worry about that type of stuff.
Come on, preaching now, man. I love that. Hey, I'm a living testament of what you're talking about, bro. Because, like you said, peace was something that I never had until now. I got peace now. I'm right here, right? Like I said, I'm in the right here on Stockton Boulevard. I'm in Oak Park, damn near, and I'm not worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about the police. I'm not worried about so-called ops. I'm not worried about nobody asking me about no dope. I'm at peace, man. But first, like I said, when I first talking to you guys, I told you, you know what I'm saying, my foundation was built on Christ. And then that's what instilled the peace in my heart. Once I made that peace in my heart, it made my mind change to want to keep that. You know what I'm saying? Once I tasted the goodness of God, that was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I wanted that. And I knew I had to let a lot of things go, man. And one of the things I had to let go was myself, because I had to reform myself into somebody who I am now. You know what I'm saying? I had to let go of my old self, you know what I'm saying, to be able to be this new man. You know what I'm saying? In order to be this new man, I had to stop thinking the way I was thinking. I had to stop behaving the way I was thinking, talking the way I was talking, acting the way I was acting, because that was not the life I was living on. I'm not about that life. You know, like they say, I'm not about that life. So why act like that? So I'm going to stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? And the lane I'm in right now is recovery. That's what I'm doing. I'm a certified drug and alcohol counselor right now. I'm working right now to get my license right now. It's going to take me another 14 months to get that. And that's the lane I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in trying to educate our people, our community about addiction. Because addiction is a beast, man. You got to understand it's a beast, and it don't care what you are, rich. It don't care if you broke. It don't care if you black. It don't care if you white. It don't care what color you is. It's going to do what it's supposed to do.
Right.
And I mean, addiction is around you all the time. Go ahead, Mom. Go ahead, Mom. You got it.
No, I was just going to ask, what were there certain circumstances that kind of got you to realize that this life was no longer for you?
Yeah, I think me going to jail as many times as I've been to jail, me starting over, losing everything, and just the motivation, just seeing the people that I love and that love me and that's around me being let down. You know what I'm saying? Behind consequences, behind my consequences and the choices I made. You know what I mean? And I just got tired of myself, man. I just got tired of living that life. I told myself when I was facing 3 strikes before I came. I came home December 5th of 2023. 2 months before that, I was in Sacramento County Jail facing 3 strikes, man. 3 strikes, man. That's what really woke my game up. When I seen that I was facing 3 strikes and I never could touch another woman, I could never see the fresh air I'm feeling right now. I could never have freedom again. Man, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing. God, I asked God right then and there, change me. I want to change. I don't want this no more. Please help me. And He helped me. He gave me a lawyer who fought tooth and nail for me for 10 months straight. And she came up with a plan. They came up with a new law. Came in January of 2023. A new law came into effect called mental health diversion, which allowed people with my record to be able to get it. The disqualifying factor of that is you couldn't be a child molester, you couldn't be a rapist, you couldn't be having no sexual type of things like that, or murderer, or any type of super strikes. You couldn't get it. I didn't have those things on my record, so I qualified, but it still was up to the judge. So the judge, we planned our case, and God was in the courtroom that day, and you know what I'm saying, I give Him the glory, and here I am, man. I'm free, you know what I mean? And so I told myself that I would never ever turn back to the way I was, and I would do what God has planned for me. So I'm waiting and listening, and He's been opening doors for me. Truly has opened the doors for me. I have to say that, and that's what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad we started off about how it was, but how it was is not where we at today. You know what I'm saying? Right. Where we at today is we reformed, man. We recovered, man. And
so tell me this. Yes, so tell me this, Rob. So could you, you know what I mean, for the people, you know what I mean, that's listening, for the people that have come across this and everything, you know what I mean? Like, what are do you mind giving us some examples or something like that, you know what I mean, of how you would go about situations different, you know what I mean, than before? Like, what do you get what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, before I didn't have patience, you know what I mean? And like I told y'all, I settled my differences and issues with violence. Today I have patience. Today I have peace. Today I have God and Jesus as my foundation. So I process things differently now. You know what I'm saying? I identify how I feel, and I process how I feel, and then I think about the consequences of the situations that I'm in. I mean, the choices I make, and I play the tape through. We call it play the tape through. And what I mean by that is there's an event or situation that I might be involved in, and it might not be a good event or a good situation or whatever. And then I have choices in that situation. I could be violent or I could be peaceful in that situation. And if I be violent, I'll play the tape through. I know the consequences. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna end up in jail or prison, or might end up getting hurt or hurt somebody, right? And that's not what I want. So my goal is not to be violent. My goal is not to hurt. My goal is not to be hurt. So I have to take a peaceful route. Sometimes you have to step back, depending on what the situation is, and let it go. You have to sometimes you gotta let people win or feel like they won, because at the end of the day, I won. No matter what, because I reached my goal. You know what I'm saying? But if I allow somebody to take me off my step and I don't reach my goal, then they won, because they had the power to make me upset. They had the power to make me not reach my goal. And I was tired of giving people that kind of power over me. So now, if things ain't the way I'm living righteous. I'm doing the righteous things. I'm not perfect. Let's get it straight. I'm not perfect, and I'm not a religious man. I'm a spiritual man. But I'm living by the spiritual principles, not only by the Bible, but also by the 12-step spiritual principles as well. You know what I'm saying? And it teaches me how to process my feelings, to identify my feelings, and to make responsible choices in my anger.
Right. So what I wanted to say, you know what I mean? That's why I was writing a couple things down, you know what I mean, as you was going, so I'll make sure I don't forget it as you was going. But one of the main things, you know what I mean, that I hear or that I heard you say, you know what I mean, is your patience. The fact that you're patient now. See, that goes hand to hand with everything you just said, really. You know what I mean? That patience, the fact that you're able to take the patience or give yourself that second to actually think something through, like patience is everything. You know what I mean? If you don't give yourself time to think about a situation, you're going to jump headfirst into it, and you're not going to make the most rational decision. If you're able to be patient and stuff with yourself, you can think of the proper way to go about it. You know what I mean? That's like somebody stepping on your shoes in the club. Like, for you to go off, you feel me, and be ready to beat somebody senseless because they made a mistake and stepped on your shoes. Okay, I understand if it's not a mistake. Okay, now we got something different to talk about. But a mistake is a mistake. And why would you be willing, you know what I mean, with no patience, you would jump head first into that and feel like you have something to prove. You know what I mean? Having patience, you feel me, will stop you from letting your ego get in the way, because you're going to, you know what I mean, you're going to be able to recognize, you feel me, a bad situation or a lose-lose situation, you know what I mean, type of deal. And another thing, I'm sorry, but another thing you said or whatever, or another thing that I want to point out, you know what I mean, is the fact that you also have to be aware that people will literally try to piss you off or knock you off your square or get you upset or something like that, just because they don't like they're upset that you're moving or seeing peacefully. What they don't understand, if we're all doing this, if we're all in this same type of lifestyle, none of us is peaceful. None of us have that peace. None of us have that. You know what I mean? So some people tend to go and hate and do this and want to knock you off your square, and you got to have that patience to sit back or take that step back and realize this situation is not going to turn out good for myself. You know what I mean? You got to do that. Patience is everything.
Another thing I want to add to that too is we all have to realize that none of us are in control. And the more we try to control things, the more trouble we're going to get into. You know, we have to realize that God is in control of everything, and we just along for the ride.
Right. You got to roll with the punches. We're trying to
control it. That's where we gonna make bad decisions, trying to keep that control, or trying, you know, not necessarily keep it, but because it's an illusion. Control is an illusion.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And then a lot of people make mistakes, you feel me, when it comes to damage control. See, there's a lot of different types of control. You know what I mean? But damage control, when you're trying to control, you know what I mean, well, what we call damage control, meaning you're trying to get ahead of the situation, you're trying to, you feel me, change the outcome, or you're trying to steer the outcome before it even plays itself out. That's what we call damage control. When you're trying to damage control is where you make mistakes, because you feel already that you've made a mistake somewhere else. So you're going to force and rush yourself to try and correct it and fix it, and you're only going to be finding yourself messing it up more and more when you need to just leave it alone and let it play out. Let it play out.
Right.
Right.
It is what it is. You know, you gotta let what it is be. You know, you gotta let it.
Well, we got one more question for you.
Okay.
What advice would you give people who have decided to change their life?
Let me say this. If you decide to change your life, don't be about that, and be true to that. Start within, work your way out. Don't be fake, be real, and do it for yourself. You know what I mean? Because when you do it for others, it only lasts for so long. I tried to do things for other people, and I was sincere of doing it, but it wasn't for myself, so it wasn't permanent. When you make changes for yourself, those are permanent changes. You know what I mean? Can't nobody, take that from you. So I think that you need to decide within yourself if this is what you want to do. You need to do it, and don't look back, and don't be and don't hang around your old crowds. You know,
Ooh.
don't hang around your old friends, your old neighborhoods. Find you some new people, new friends, and new associates, and when you do make changes, you spend more time with your family anyway. So you'll be around people who really love you, who really got the best intentions for you. But you start within yourself, man. You got to make that change within yourself and be committed, and don't go back, because we already know what's back there, man. You know, it's jail, institutions, and death, man.
Perfectly said. Perfectly said.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and I definitely feel what you say when you say, you know what I mean? Because let's get it understood. You're not telling people, you know what I mean, not to be cool with your old buddies. That's not what he's saying. You know what I mean? So don't try to mix it up or nothing like that or get it misconstrued. What he's saying, you know what I mean, is the ones that you were there getting in trouble with and stuff like that. Stop trying to go back, you know what I mean, to be around them. You can still be in contact with people. You can still, you know what I mean, talk with people and stuff like that. But as far as, you know what I mean, being around them on an everyday basis, see, what it is when you're around something, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand this. When you're around something day in, day out, every day, you're around this. You tend to start picking up them habits.
You're being influenced by it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, stop going back and sitting around the same thing you were when it got you in trouble. Stop. Don't go backward. You know what I mean? You have to evolve. You have to make your changes. Make your proper changes. Don't just let people random. They ain't gonna change. Make the right changes. You know what I mean? And if you do that, you'll be okay. And that's one of them. Stop going back. Sitting around the same thing that got you in trouble to begin with.
Man, you said it, bro. Say no more, man. Just say less, man. I mean, and plus, if you changing, you have to want to change. You know what I mean?
Gotta want it.
You have to want it.
You have to
want it. And if you
I was gonna say this too. My fault, Rob. I was gonna say this too from something you said earlier. You know what I mean? When you said don't change, don't let nobody change you or something like that or whatever. The thing is, you know what I mean? If somebody's got to tell you or be the reason why you want to change, you're already failing yourself.
Right.
You're already failing yourself. You got to want to do it.
I think I might have said that, but then what I really want to say is that they could be a motivation for you to change, right? You know, it could be a motivation for you to change, but the real change has to be within yourself, and you have to want to change. You know what I'm saying? And then you use other people as motivation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's people in my life who influenced me to change, right? But until I was ready to do it, it wasn't gonna happen, right? So once I did it, I used that energy that they had to help me motivate to stay in this lane. And they, you know, sometimes, you know, when you got positive people around you, they inspire you to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what I got around me right now. I mean, it's cool, like you were saying about the old friends, right? I mean, we don't have nothing in common no more. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things that I do, they don't do. So I'm in the church. I'm into, you know, recovery. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't do none of that. But a lot of my friends do. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to hang around me. You know what I'm saying? So which is fine, because you know why? Because what come with what they got, I don't want it.
You don't
know
want
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't want it. So, but I still love my homeboys. All my homeboys, they love and support me. Some of them probably watching the show because they love and support me, and I still got an influence in where I'm from. But now I'm influencing them in a different way. A lot of my friends who was up under me doing the things I was doing, none of them is entrepreneurs now. They got businesses and they trying to do the right thing, and they trying to, you know, we trying to clean up our neighborhoods now. We trying to go back to our neighborhoods because we was the problem. You know, now we try to be the solution, you know what I'm saying, and bring hope now, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of my homeboys is with that right now, you know what I'm saying? Just like they was with what we was with back then, now they with what I'm with right now. And so, but I can't change them as far as their lifestyle and like they, you know, their consumption of whatever they want to consume. That's on them and their body, right? I just got to worry about me, because recovery is a selfish thing. And it's the first time I can really be selfish and not get punished for it, you know what I'm saying? So not get clowned, you know, because I have to worry about me, man, to keep myself safe, right? So I still talk to my homeboys because I hope that maybe my actions could be an example for them to want to do something different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm still cool. Don't get it twisted. I'm still cool, right?
What?
But You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm just being. I'm more cool, but I'm not a fool. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first person that sit up there and be like, "Oh, look at this, but look at Rob. He think he doing something because he's trying to get rid of him." You feel me? Get rid of him. Get rid of him. You know what I mean? Because who is going to talk mess about you trying to do right? If you got
Rob, remember y'all used to say that about me.
Yeah.
I used to be like, oh, I only think she, and I'm like, I'm just doing me.
Yeah.
You can't listen to that. You can't listen to that. You got to block that out.
I was a fool back then. I didn't understand what I understand now. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. See, you was blessed to have that understanding back then. A lot of people, even like I was speaking about Ayana, she's the same way. She had the understanding of being responsible, taking care of business, having a job, you know what I'm saying, doing the right things in life, and always did. Never, anything that I done wrong, believe me, man, she wasn't the type to sit back and just be like, okay, she got on my, head about it. But at the end of the day, I had to do what I had to do, man. You know what I'm saying? And even when I brought duffel bags home with money, she didn't want part. She probably spent some of it, but she wasn't really like happy about it though. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like she just jumping around. Oh, my man home, he got the money. Well, nah, it wasn't like that. She told me this was her exact words one day. She would sit there and told me and cried with tears. She said, "I'd rather you work at McDonald's or a gas station than be doing what you're doing."
So tell me this, Rob. So when you was in that lifestyle, now when you was making all of your money and stuff like that, you know what I mean? When it came to your relationship with a woman or something like that, did you know what I mean? Did you treat their person or did you treat their soul? You know what I mean? Were you treating their soul or were you treating their person? Meaning to have the money and everything and not have to worry, you know what I mean? I don't care about no female. I don't need no female like that. Were you treating their person or were you treating their soul? You get what I'm saying?
That's a good question, man. And just to answer it real quickly, right? I think I was doing both because I think that we're all spiritual people, and I think that no matter what energy I bring, it tapped into hers too, right? Or whoever's around me, right? So I brought negative energy, man. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that it touched her some type of way. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the personal, like the body, I tried my best to be a person that knew how to do that, but I was still so selfish and only thought about myself. Man, I can't say. I don't know what type of only the people that are around me can speak on that. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that I wasn't capable of understanding how to be a true man. I wasn't capable of understanding how to worry about nobody else's feelings but mine. I wasn't able to understand about being a husband or being a father. I didn't have that capacity of thinking because I was so caught up in what I was doing, man. And it's a shame that these same people who I neglected are still in my life today, and they just got pom poms right now because of what the things I'm accomplishing right now. And I don't have much, but it's enough to where I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? And I got peace, and the people around me are happy that they don't have to worry about me selling dope, using dope, or being destructive in the streets no more. You know, that's over with.
So is it safe to say? So is it safe to say? You feel me? That your emotions and how you went about things was caught up in the money and not, you feel me, literally about, you feel me, the relationships around you, how people feel. You didn't you know what I mean? Only thing you cared about was the money, huh?
So to answer your question, I think what you're trying to say was I more worried about the money than anything.
Yes.
Exactamundo. That's all I cared about. Like I told you, I neglected my children. I neglected my relationships, my marriage. I bought my first home in 2000. I've been a homeowner since 2000, right? And I bought it. Me and Yana, we bought it with drug. I mean, not drug money, but it was drugs. And if I was selling dope then, and but to tell you the truth, man, I had a swimming pool in my backyard. I never swam in it because I was always out of town, always out of state. I didn't even enjoy my house. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always on the go trying to keep something going. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a job. I tried to open up a few businesses before. You know what I'm saying? Me, and they were doing okay until I get caught or until I go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, people don't want to see people win, so they'll come do some silly stuff in front of you. Then when you get on them, they call the police on you or tell on you, had a girl tell on you. A lot of things like that happened to me, man. And so my thing right now is, homie, I'm just trying to like concentrate on what I'm doing now. I'm in recovery. I'm happy. I'm at peace. I'm finna go in here by this Benz, man. I'm just, man, I just love being on this podcast. It was so beautiful to be here. Thank you, Ani, for allowing me to be here. Thank you to Black. Man, you guys have doing a wonderful thing. And anytime I could be assistance or be a part of this, I would love to be a part of this again. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
we think
yeah,
your
I
message
definitely
is
appreciate
powerful.
you coming in. Hell yeah, I mean, shit, it felt good. It felt good to listen, you know what I mean, to someone who's been there, know what the hell they talk about, and got their mind on the right track. That's the type of people we want to talk to.
Man, I just pray that God, that we can't reach but one, that we did our job, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so as we go to wrap this up, you feel me? I want to ask you one more thing, and then we'll let you go get your car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and enjoy that fruit. You feel me? So I want you to reiterate real quick. You feel me? As quickly as you can. You know what I mean? To the people out there, even though you know what I mean, you make so much money and all of this stuff in that type of lifestyle. How much are you truly able to enjoy all of that comes with the life? How much are you able to enjoy it?
Man, really none of it, man. Because like before you know it, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Either you spent it all on a car, or you spent it on a lawyer, or you spent it on bail, or just one thing about it, I never was no trick, so I never was in no strip clubs. Not saying the dudes that do that is tricks. I'm just saying that's what I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? So I always spend my money on cars, or clothes, or jewelry. Or then when I got into houses, I wanted to have houses. I had a few houses. I lost a lot of them going back to the feds. I went to jail. Yeah, I went back to the feds. I lost 2 properties. What else? Plus I lost some properties when the bubble busted in the real estate. I lost a lot of things like that. Lost a lot of cars. I had Lex. Every car you had think of, I had. So I had Lexuses, I had Corvettes, I had Cadillacs, I had.
And now here you is today in your new revamped mind state, having to buy a whole new car after all of them cars you done had and ran through in that lifestyle. Wake up, people.
My mama used to tell me she had a nickel for every car I had. She'd be rich. She'd be wealthy. So yeah, man, I'm finna do this, and it's all legit. Not one piece of nothing that was sinful about what I'm about to do. Through the grace of God, I'm able to do it. And I'm just so happy and elated right now, man. Words can't describe how I really feel. I just wish I could pull myself inside out so you guys can see the joy in my heart and the peace and the happiness that I got, man. And it's all because God had put that in there, and I got good people around me who want to see that in me, and they want to see me win, man. That's what it's about right now. It's about winning the right way.
That's what's up. All right. Well, thank you so much, Rob. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. You was very enlightful. You feel me? I'm sure whoever watched this and come across this, they will be able to learn a lot.
Man, I hope so, man. I love y'all.
And be inspired.
Thank you guys, man, for having me. I hope to come back again.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
All right, big dog. You have a good one. Go enjoy that car.
All right. Thank you.
All right, go.
Bye.
All right.
All right, that turned out pretty good.
Another one.
Another one. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? With that being said, though, what's up, mom, dude? Man, should we try to push, you know what I mean, to see if we can get his mom? Because that's what we was thinking. We got, okay, you know what?
Let's close out.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this, and we going to talk. We definitely need to talk. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. You feel me? Thanks for showing up. You feel me? Deuces.
I always feel like a reality star where everything is being cut just to make me look bad. And then you won't have these issues.
You just can't be dumb is all. Step in here. Listen, big dog. Here is the disconnect. Here is the disconnect with what you're speaking on, okay?
Because if you're not in a relationship with them, how could you really have a real issue with them? Who picks this stuff?
Where is your angle? What is your point? What are you trying to get at here?
So don't nobody get in here and get to talking and attacking me
You know what I mean? Because you done misinterpreted did something that I done said.
You just can't be my family member to just talk about you need to leave him. Now, when I was younger, I have, spilled the beans. I was a snitch.
Here's the problem, big dog. That's where we're having this, what are you talking about type of moment.
Then I'm not going to be in this situation. My thing is, how long ago was that?
I mean, it's just a shocker. It's a shocker to me that I'm not a problem. You feel me? Coming from the family that I came from. So
They don't have common sense.
It's a lot of people out here tricking. Well, quit playing this. Stop playing with us now.
Right.
You feel
I'll
me?
be like, you better stop.
I know, no.
You gotta have respect. If you don't have respect, it's not gonna work. It's like gangster.
Listen. My family is extra, okay? My family is definitely random. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. You know what I mean? That's their relationship. Mind your business.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be the problem. It was a problem whether she won or lost. You know what I mean? Look.
I know one thing. He better not hit my sister first.
Listen. What is you talking about? Blocker. What is you talking